Oscar Fevers is a character that needs to get their ass whooped at least one good time. Talk about an inconsiderate dumbass. Oscar is an artist, a pretty damn good one at that. You'll be hard pressed to find anyone else who can make a canvas come to life in Faerun like him. Despite being a commoner, the quality of his work gave him a bit of renown in Baldur's Gate. And as Oscar's reputation as an artist kept increasing, so did his chance at business opportunities, pupils wanting to learn underneath him, and even romantic opportunities started appearing in front of Oscar as well. Enter one Carrie Evenfield. Her and Oscar immediately hit it off. They had a nice little steamy time together. But Carrie always had this melancholic aura around her, this kind of feeling of sadness. And she felt like this regardless if Oscar was or wasn't around. And it's a feeling that she's been having to process her entire life. Now, Carrie and Oscar were not dating. I need to make that clear. It was a fling. But Oscar wasn't aware of that. Oscar thought that this was just another one of the potential suitors brought to him because of his talent as an artist. So one day, Oscar gets a commission from one Ferelia Janeth. Now, during the painting session with Lady Janeth and the portrait he's trying to create of her, Oscar just couldn't seem to focus. His skills with his brush were just as sharp and meticulous as ever, but his eyes could not focus on the piece, for the muse that he was painting was far too beautiful for him to ignore. And when the session was over, he would go home and try to work on the portrait, but he just couldn't get it right. Reminder, he is one of the best artists in the city, and he's having trouble drawing this woman. So he sends her a letter. And the letter reads, "My dearest Lady Janeth, I write to inform you of my progress on your portrait and my struggles therein. You see, while my skill at capturing countenance is considered far superior to the other brushfolk of this good city, it is lacking in one particular aspect. My memory of your form is far inferior to the purest beauty I beheld when you first sat with me. How can I finish a masterpiece without confidence in my grasp of its subject? I beg of you, sit with me again. Allow me to finish this portrait in the proper fashion with its ravishing subject firmly grasped within my gaze." When Lady Janeth got this note, she was elated. Mind you, she's had plenty of suitors before, coming from a place of nobility. People either wanting her for her money or saying shallow things like, "Oh, you're hot, you're so fine." But this is Oscar, an artist whose pieces are so good, the worst thing you could say about them is that they're gorgeous. He sees that same beauty in Lady Janeth. He appreciates that beauty, that essence. He's enamored by it. And you know, they get right to it. So here's Oscar in between two women, Carrie and Lady Janeth. And Lady Janeth is parading him around. To everyone, it would appear that they are in love. They even get engaged. Now, this caused some issues because Lady Janeth is a noble. And just like in real life, rich people do not like the common folk. Like, Lady Janeth would bring Oscar to events and stuff, and the nobles would be like, "Why does it smell like 9 to 5 in here?" They do not like the common folk. And all of this extra attention is added on to Oscar's already huge repertoire. But now, money's involved. And yeah, the rich people can hate, but they still wanted a piece made by Oscar Fevers. So Oscar starts getting targeted by assassins, traffickers, human slavers. His relationship with Janeth is in the press, and everyone's always talking about him. So he leaves Baldur's Gate for a bit to just de-stress and refocus on his art and clear his mind. He tells Lady Janeth that he's going to be gone for a while, but he leaves to clear his mind. And Lady Janeth is okay with this. She understands he needs his space, he needs his time, he's sensitive to these kind of things. All she asks is that he keeps in touch. But then days go by, weeks. She hasn't heard from Oscar at all. She's employing the Flaming Fist, the guard, private investigators, everything to go look for Oscar, and they're all not giving her the time of day to go look for him, or they just haven't found him at all. Turns out Oscar has been captured by the Zhentarim, a bunch of traffickers that are going to use him to make portraits that they can sell on the black market for a lot of gold. And this is where we first meet him in game. If you free him, he promises to pay you back when you meet him in Baldur's Gate. Trigger warning, we're about to talk about something heavy. If you ever experience these feelings and this is intense for you, my heart stands with you. Give yourself a little break, then come back to the video. So Oscar's free. With the clarity that he's gained by being freed from slavers, he understands that he has to make a decision. He goes back home, he returns to his home, which is Lady Janeth's estate, she's his patron, and he starts to wonder about Carrie. He haven't really spoken to her since him and Janeth had started getting very serious in their relationship. He hasn't been in touch. He wonders how she's doing, what's going on with her before he makes this decision. And then he reads the news. Local woman unalives herself. The Flaming Fist are investigating. And Oscar reads this and he is grief-stricken. He feels guilty. He feels as if his relationship with Janeth, his pursuing of his passionate art is the thing that drove Carrie to unalive herself. And that Carrie unalived herself because she couldn't be with Oscar. And this is where you see that self-absorbed, ego-driven personality of his rear its ugly head. Because he made her death about him. So with this guilt that he put upon himself, he paints a picture of Carrie so perfect it recreated her essence down to the minute details. And then hired a practitioner of the necromantic arts who clearly looks like an evil god, Mystic Carrion, to bind Carrie's soul to that painting that he made of her. And then kept that painting hidden away in the attic of Lady Janeth's own house. And this causes some issues. One day, Oscar's whole demeanor changes. He starts saying the most vile and egregious things to Lady Janeth. And it seems like Oscar is getting more and more wicked as the days go by. That malicious and malevolent energy starts being made manifest when all of a sudden inanimate objects are being flung across Lady Janeth's estate, beaming random employees, staffers, even her herself in the head and the body, and just causing all kind of chaos in the house. Her home is haunted. But the thing is, Lady Janeth knows Oscar and knows he would not act like this to her. She has faith that he is not himself and he's being possessed, which she would be right. And I don't want to blame Lady Janeth or say she has terrible taste in men because her previous ex was Gortash, a narcissist. So I'm pretty sure someone appreciating her beauty and saying the words that Oscar said to her definitely made her fucking day. So then Lady Janeth hires us to investigate and try to exorcise the spirit in the home. We end up removing the spirit from Oscar and the spirit manifests into Carrie Evenfield herself. And she's fucking pissed. Because the dude that she slept with a handful of times bound her soul to a painting when she didn't want to even be alive anymore. So not only was she forced to exist in a place where she doesn't want to be, she had no autonomy. Her soul was just in a painting. And Carrie straight up tells Oscar, do you think I gave a fuck about you that much to unalive myself over you? No, bitch, I was fucking miserable. Life sucked. And Oscar's dumbass is over here astonished like, oh, really? I had no idea. Because all he ever did was pay attention to the things that came into his life because of his art skills, not what they actually were. And you could choose to let Carrie take him to the afterlife or just let her move on by herself, whichever or. But if you convince Carrie to leave, Lady Janeth is so relieved and is so happy to talk to him again and tell him just how much she cares about him. And Oscar, once again astonished, is shocked that Lady Janeth actually cares about him and thought she only wanted him for his skills as an artist. Ooh, I hate this man. But fuck this guy.